Hi, this is Cameron back again with another Canada Rocks video. This is part 4. First of all, I want to thank Hippie DJ Kit and Fat City Vinyl for doing response videos. Very interesting collections that they both have of Canadian rock from the 60s and early 70s. Fat City Vinyl had a particularly interesting video because he featured rock that originated in British Columbia, in Vancouver, his hometown. I'm going to continue to take a national focus rather than a local focus. To start off with, I'm going to show an album that Fat City Vinyl showed. It's a private pressing from British Columbia, a band called Comox and Friends, and this is on Hookah Records from 1974. I'll show the label. Second album by a folk duo who had met originally at Mariposa Folk Festival. This is Fraser and DeBolt. So Daisy DeBolt was from Canada. Fraser, I believe, is from the United States. This is from 1973. Very popular band that many people have featured in previous videos. Psych rock from Toronto area. We have the Poppers, their first album from 1967, Magic People. Has a gatefold. Oops. And it's on Verve Folkways. Then their album Ellis Island, which is from 1968. That one isn't a gatefold. I've shown this a number of times in the past. From 1970, folk rock, commune band, the Perth County Conspiracy Does Not Exist. And I showed another album that I have of theirs, Alive, which came out later on, from 1973, I believe. But this is 1970. Features a gatefold. Now this is another band that Fat City Vinyl showed. Pied Pumpkin, and then they became Pied Pear. This album from 1971, according to Discogs. I have a feeling it's a little later, but anyways, 1971 it says. The Pair of Pied Pumpkin features Sherry Ulrich and Joe Mock. Joe Mock was from Mock Duck in the 1960s. So they're a folk rock band that existed throughout the 70s. So first of all is Pied Pumpkin, and then later on is Pied Pear. Here's their album from 1973, I believe. Wait a second, 1970. Oh, it says 1976. So this is a little later than my time that I'm trying to feature. So Pied Pumpkin String Ensemble, a la mode. This is on, let's just see, Squash Records. And then another one from the 70s, Pied Pear. Pear what? This is on Ogre label, I believe is what it's called. Oh, it's also on Squash. Okay. Just says Ogre on the outside. I showed this when I first got it. 1967, a garage band from Canada called Please Feed the Animals, and they do a bunch of animals and yard birds and some other covers as well. This is on the original Paragon Records label rather than on the reissues on Arc Records, which is a bigger label. Poppy Family out of British Columbia on London Records. Which Way You Going, Billy? This came out in 1969. It was featuring Susan Jacks. There's the London Stereophonic label. A pop sort of, pop rock, folk rock, I should say, more likely, out of Toronto. Joe Probst, The Lion and the Lady. This came out in 1973. I understand this was just recently reissued on CD. This is on Love Records, I believe. Let's find out. Oh, Daffodil Records, which is a Canadian label. Shown this before as well. This is a fantastic folk psych prog rock out of the West Coast, I believe, Ptarmigan. This came out in 1974. And this is on Columbia. Band out of, I believe, Kitchener, Ontario, featuring Charity Brown before she was known as Charity Brown. Her name was Phyllis. I don't remember her last name. Rain. This is from 1972 on Axe Records. So they're a rock band, whereas Charity Brown moved more into sort of a, I believe, sort of more of a soul. And I'll show what Axe Records looks like. On Periwinkle is Reaction and Peter Marino. This is sort of a soul funk rock band. This came out in 1973. Now, Periwinkle is what Hippie DJ Kid showed Jackal. They're on this label, as well as a few other Canadian bands I've shown. Also out of Ontario, I believe, is Rose. Their album for children, which is sort of a psych folk rock, Earth, Air, and Water. Now this has two different editions. I have both of them, but I left my other one with my collection. So this one's on Dominion Records. I'll show the label. And then finally a later album of Rose, A Taste of Neptune. It came out on Polydor. This came out, I think, in 1977, so it's one of their later albums. They're more of a prog rock band by then. Okay, that's it for this feature on Canadian rock from the 1960s and early 70s. I've got at least one more part that I'll feature maybe in the next couple of days. Please leave your comments. I'd be really interested in seeing you do a response video to show Canadian rock or your local rock from Canada. I'm especially interested in seeing some psych rock if people have it. I know Dots and Loops said he might make a video. I encourage others like Liam Dyer and other Canadians to maybe Naz Nomad can make a video on Canadian rock, since they all are based in Canada and have really great experience and fantastic collections. So leave your comments, as I said, and please subscribe. Look forward to hearing from you. Have a good day. Bye-bye.